If you've ever been told to stand up straight or speak more confidently, and it never has quite worked, this is why. We have been taught that good posture is like focused on the upper body, right? Chest up, shoulders back, stomach in. But that's a very strained, rigid, unsustainable way to have posture, which would then allow you to feel more confident. What we haven't been taught is that your pelvis is actually the foundation of your posture, of your presence, and of being able to actually speak up more confidently. It's where our support and grounding live. And when the pelvis is disconnected, everything above it has to work harder, like way harder than it needs to. So I'm gonna share with you 3 simple cues that will help you and help your body organize itself for confidence, for inherent posture. So you can try them right now as I take you through them and just see. Notice what shifts. So the first, if you're sitting, ideally when you sit, your hips are higher than your knees. And that's so simple, but what that does when your hips are higher than your knees, it allows your pelvis, if your pelvis was like a bowl, to be just gently, subtly tilted forward. So step number 1, hips higher than knees. Number 2, I want you to find your sits bones. The ischial tuberosity is the technical term, but the bones under your pelvis. Sometimes I'll have people kind of roll back, roll forward on them just to feel the span of your sits bones. Then you're gonna wanna come to about the front middle. From there, the third step, is to think of, can you feel, if there was like a plumb line going down the center of your body, where does that line go out through the center of your pelvic floor? And this is a little more nuanced, so be patient, gentle, and curious with yourself as you feel this. But imagine if there was that plumb line anchoring out, rooting you from the center of your pelvic floor. What shifts in regards to your pelvis and everything around it? Often what I find is we can tend to hold excess tone or muscle tension in our pelvic floor, like holding it all together. When we start to connect into this line, it allows there to just be a little bit more ease, a little bit more resonance, a little bit more availability to receive support from below. So again, feeling this with me, these 3 steps to help begin to experience your pelvis more as the foundation of both your posture and the foundation of you really connecting into your confidence are ideally hips higher than your knees, then coming to kind of like the front middle of your sits bones. As you do that, allowing the rest of your body to soften, drop, land, receive that support of your pelvis below. So if you're finding the erector muscles, the long muscles along your spine are overly engaged, can they soften even just 10% more? Can your heart, your sternum soften even just 10% more? Your shoulders, your jaw relax. Then from there, step 3, which will help in all of those cues I just gave, thinking of that plumb line going down the center of your body, thinking of where it exits out from the center of your pelvis. So feeling that, and automatically in my body, what I feel, it might be a little different in your body, but to give context, what I experience in my body is a settling, a dropping down kind of my pelvic floor. I feel more rooted, more grounded. There's a little bit more availability there at the base of my pelvis to actually be able to receive my upper body so that it can be of more support to your upper body. So I invite you to begin working with these cues right away. And as always, with any of the tips I get on this channel, always be gentle and curious, because that is the state where we can really begin to feel, notice, increase our awareness so that we can feel these own subtleties and nuances in our own body and in our own structure. And that will support you in being able to actually begin to shift into change, into positive change, versus when we're just trying to figure it out and this is hard. It's not going to be helpful. It's just going to feel more rigid. You're going to feel frustrated. So if this is new for you, just being gentle and curious always. And really being able to experience your pelvis as a foundation to your posture, as a foundation to your confidence, is one of the core practices that I teach in my virtual 6-week course called Sensual Strength. It's something we come back to time in class again and again because there's so much there. I could talk on it forever. And so if you are looking for more support, if you're curious to learn more and experience this more for yourself, I invite you to check out Sensual Strength. And you can begin with a small little appetizer, a freebie. I created a 20-minute reset. It's called this Sensual Strength Reset. It's a 20-minute practice where I'll be guiding you through a movement practice to begin to experience your own sensuality in connection with your strength so that you don't have to live in that disconnect anymore, and you can begin to experience your aliveness, your juiciness, your inherent confidence, even just 10% more today. So find the link below where you can sign up to receive the Sensual Strength Reset right away as you move through your day, not only with sitting, but even as you are walking, as you're standing. Begin to notice and invite the intention to experience your pelvic bowl more as the root of your foundation, of your posture, and your confidence. And I think you will be delighted with what you notice and how much tension and unnecessary holding you can begin to let go of when we can shift out of that rigid, good posture that is incongruent with how we actually feel on the inside and leads to modes of performance, pretending, and just pain and strain. So your pelvis is the foundation of your posture and your confidence. And if you liked this video, please give it a like and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more embodiment practices, somatic shifts, and more juicy things. So see you soon.